Joining us now is my colleague, Rabbi Eric Fusfield, Deputy Director of our International Center for Human Rights and Public Policy. Eric also serves as our Director of Legislative Affairs. Eric, welcome.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Well, I think everyone knows we're experiencing a tremendous spike in anti-Semitism globally. I want to ask you about the International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance, which is a consortium of countries that work together to promote Holocaust education and remembrance projects. IRA, as the organization is known, has a working definition of anti-Semitism, something that we really never had before. And you worked on that definition over a period of years. What's the status of the IRA working definition, and especially in light of the White House national strategy to combat anti-Semitism and other developments?
Yeah, to date, more than 30 countries have adopted the IRA working definition as a vital tool for education and guidance. And the number continues to grow. More than 30 U.S. states have also endorsed it, most recently Virginia, following legislation that passed just this spring with B'nai B'rith's involvement. And we pressed the administration to codify the 2019 White House executive order on anti-Semitism, which includes the IRA definition, to further protect students from anti-Semitism. And the administration has pledged to issue a formal regulation by this December, and we continue to monitor that development. The White House strategy that you just referenced featured many important measures to raise awareness of anti-Semitism and increase Jewish security. But while it endorsed the IRA working definition, it also unfortunately indicated that it, quote, welcomes and appreciates the nexus definition of anti-Semitism. The nexus document is an academic proposal that greatly undermines the IRA definition by opting not to condemn anti-Zionism. The nexus definition not only grants a permission slip to anti-Israel hatred, it does so with shocking specificity because it gives cover, for example, to those who challenge Israel's right to exist and those who wish to revive the canard that Zionism is racism. So it actually harms Jewish security.
Well, as the number of Holocaust survivors continues to drop off due to the biological clock, Holocaust education and remembrance become even more important than ever before. Are there any new policy initiatives with respect to Holocaust education in the United States that you might want to keep an eye on?
Yeah, multiple states in recent years have enacted laws mandating Holocaust education across their public schools by varying degrees. But there's no federal requirement on Holocaust education, let alone that of other genocides. Yet, enacting legislation on Holocaust education marks only the first step to genocide awareness. For the handful of U.S. states that have passed bills specifically requiring Holocaust education, some struggle with funding and the absence of oversight committees that would help reduce disparities in the material and methods surrounding Holocaust teachings. B'nai B'rith has actively supported a bipartisan bill called the Holocaust Education and Anti-Semitism Lessons, or HEAL Act, which will direct the U.S. Holocaust Museum to conduct a study on Holocaust education in public schools nationwide. This study will assess which states and school districts require Holocaust education, identify the standards and approaches they employ, and report the results to Congress.
There's another concerning issue. It seems that it came almost out of nowhere. U.S. aid to Israel has become a growing topic of discussion in the Jewish community. What does this mean for the U.S.-Israel relationship, and why is it important for that relationship to remain very close and very strong?
Indeed, a little bit out of nowhere. It's even inserting itself into the presidential campaign, so we need to stay on top of this issue. B'nai B'rith, along with our coalition partners, has always favored not just aid to Israel, but a robust international affairs budget generally as an investment in U.S. interests abroad. We've always heard arguments from Israel's opponents that aid to Israel should be reduced or eliminated so as to better impose policies the U.S. might like and Israelis don't, because a poorer Israel will presumably be less able to assert itself. But what's new are some voices within the Jewish community, as you said, saying they want to cut the aid because it buys the United States too much influence and because the benefits of the relationship now serve primarily the United States. And these voices are arguing for a more strictly transactional relationship that would give Israel greater diplomatic and strategic flexibility and lessen America's ability to pressure the Israelis into policies they don't want. But the problem with this argument, however fashionable it might be becoming, is that the aid program guarantees sustained close cooperation between the Israeli and American defense industries and makes American manufacturers more attuned to the Israeli market, thus fostering a greater military alliance and extensive intelligence sharing at a time when the threats from terrorist groups and Iran's nuclear program are growing. We don't need a bilateral relationship that's purely transactional. We need one that is rooted both in democratic values that we share and pragmatic security considerations. And we need to continue to make the case for that.
Eric, again, thanks for all that you do in the area of public policy. We appreciate your being with us today.
Thank you.